What's up, Explorers? I'm Jeff from the Cloud Explorers, and welcome back to the Microsoft AI Advent Calendar, the Winter Party Exploration Series. Woo! And today it's time to unbox box number 24. And we're getting really close. Just one box remaining after this episode. So let's do our regular drum rolls. Ta-da! Today we're gonna talk about blocklists within Azure OpenAI Service. And let's just jump in. So, as usual, we have a great learn.microsoft.com documentation with a how to use blocklists on Azure OpenAI as part of the Azure OpenAI Service documentation. So, why do you need blocklists? Well, like we talked in a previous episode, there are configurable content filters, and for most cases, those are sufficient to moderate the input from your users. But in certain cases, I can imagine that you might need to filter on specific terms, which you simply do not want, which you want to block before it actually goes into the model. Important thing to know. There's a maximum limit of 10,000 terms in one list. I couldn't find a limit on the number of lists though, so if you do, drop a comment down below, please. And it can take up to 5 minutes or around 5 minutes for a new term to be added to a block list. So take a test after 5 minutes. That's basically what Microsoft says right now in their documentation. Where do we find the block lists? Well, we can configure them through the REST API. So let's jump back in again for a second here. And add them to content filters, etc. By simply calling the API as described here. This is something that I am not going to do right now, as I want to show it to you visually how this can be done. I think this is much more impactful when I show it. And we can do that through the Azure OpenAI Studio. As you can see, I have the chat open already, model selected, but let's just go in first. Block lists are actually managed as part of content filters. And you can see them, again, preview functionality. Here as a block list, I have a Advent block list here with 2 terms. And let's just go back. So how do I create one? Simply, click here, create block list, give it a name, give the description, test, and it's created almost instantly. Because of the 5-minute wait time, to respect everybody's time, I already have one created. And here the same thing, you want to add a term, you simply type in this is a block term, for example, and you can also add a regular expression here, which is very cool as well. I think that's the most interesting thing about the block list. Hang on, let me add it like this, see if we can get it later. Let's save it for a second. So, and I have right now 2 terms. One potato, and another one is a regular expression, as you can see here, yes, which blocks any number from 0 to 9. It's super basic regular expression. So after this is configured, you need to make sure that there's a content filter available. If not, you can create one. Check out my previous episode on how to do that. So in this case, we're going to edit an existing one. And simply go to next. There we go to block list. You can see the one we just created, and block lists are applicable to prompts and completions at this point. So at the time of the recording, at least. Check where you want them. Next, finish, you're done. We already have this configured here. Then you go to deployments. Take the deployments that you are going to use, go to advanced options, and select the content filter. So this is something you need to keep in mind. You cannot assign block lists without content filters. those two functionalities or options are complementary from a Microsoft point of view as the AI Studio stands as it is right now. So save and close. We already have this selected. Simply jump into chat, select our deployment, and let's give it a go. Do you like clouds? Okay. Do you, so are you a positive potato? And here you go. The prompt was filtered due to triggering Azure OpenAI's content filtering system. Reason: the prompt contained a content flagged as blocklist and then blocklist. So for debugging purposes, I would have actually loved to see which of my terms got blocked here. So that's something I would say can be improved on, but at least it shows which block list by name, but it doesn't give more content on which word or combination of words is triggered on. I understand why this can be a good thing from a product perspective when a user's using it, but here in the OpenAI Studio, I would have loved to see a bit more debuggish information. So that's something I'm definitely going to try to recommend as feedback to Microsoft. And we can do the same with our numbers. Count to 9. And you can see, same thing, it blocked on the 9. Count for me, please. Apparently even asking it to count without specifically giving the number already provides a block list trigger. That's interesting. Count negative. No, okay, funny. That's interesting. And we can hopefully test our term that we just created. Yeah, there you go. So approximately 5 minutes for the term to be active. So that's pretty much it. How to configure it, how to use it, its shortcomings, like I said, with regards to the flag details. Yeah, and that's pretty much it on this subject. So this should help anybody to filter out specific terminology if they do not want to have their AI service bothered with those. If you want to see more on Microsoft AI, check out the previous episodes. So don't subscribe not to miss the final one, which we're gonna have on the 25th, which is tomorrow. And after that, we're not gonna stop. Well, we're gonna stop with the series, but I am definitely planning on doing more recordings as I do enjoy them, and I hope everybody who has seen them enjoys them as well. All the tips are welcome. You can reach me on the regular social media channels. Don't forget to like this video if you did. If you didn't, download the shit out of it. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.